Good evening. My name is Dele, and I've got a friend with me here, Ade, and this is Naija Mike. This is our first session, and I hope you're going to enjoy what we're going to talk about today. Well, you might enjoy it, but you might be disappointed the way we're being treated all over the world. It seems that, I don't want to be negative, but it seems that we black people are going through a lot of things at the moment. And I think we should now start to do something to make us and make the world know that we're there and we're here to stay forever. So basically, I now introduce you to my friend Ade.
Hi guys, my name is Ade. Talking about the video, can you explain a little bit about the video for us so at least we know exactly what we're dealing with here?
Yeah, it's about a couple of days ago. I was, in the bus as usual, going to work in the morning, and I saw a feed on Instagram and something which is called Jennifer's Dolls. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it. I really like you to go and check on the internet yourself. But basically, in China, they make some dolls which are with black skin, little dolls, which then the dolls are made like rubber, so you could pull it, punch it. You see a lot of Chinese people punching it, stamping on it. And I saw one today again, pouring hot water on them. A lot of people made comments. Some people made comments in China that why do you have to use black dolls? And somebody made a comment that the reason why they prefer using black dolls instead of white dolls is that they think black dolls are not humans, that they're more like monkeys, which I found really disappointing. I was really kind of upset for the whole day when I saw that. And that's why I spoke to Ida that maybe it's something we could start off with, which is not really a good thing to start off with because I wanted to start off with something positive. However, this kind of moved me in a way that I thought that we should really talk about it. So I actually sent a couple of the videos to Ade for him to have a look, and he did agree with me that maybe we should start off with this. So what do you think, Ade?
Well, looking at this video right now, I'm a bit controversial about this video actually because we as black we've already accepted this term that they call us as black. I will first started like when I was growing up in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria before I came to United Kingdom, so I wasn't known as a black person. So
Same here too, actually.
so when I came to United Kingdom, that's when I knew that okay, I'm
I am a black person.
categorized as a black person.
Yeah.
So when I'm seeing a video like that with the black dolls, I'm thinking, what's wrong with that? Because it's dolls, it's toys.
Mm-hmm.
They have toys in blue color, they have toys in white color, they have toys in pink colors,
Yeah.
they have toys in all different colors. So why is it that it's damaging to us when we see a black toy? Because even me, as a father now, I have a daughter.
Yeah.
When I want to buy a doll for my daughter, I prefer to have a black doll so that she know that she's being represented.
Yes. Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying about having a black doll. However, those dolls are shown in a way which are not in a positive light for us because the dolls could be pulled, the dolls could be smashed,
Okay.
and could be stamped on. I've seen a lot of dolls. And the other thing, I don't know if you're aware of that video, they showed the dolls, however, then they showed a lot of Chinese people who are abusing real black kids in Africa,
Okay.
which that was kind of upsetting. And when I say abusing, they're kind of really slapping them, pushing them, making them fall down. I saw one man who was dragging a child with his by their feet, dragging her on the floor. So because the person that did the recording recorded those dolls with real life kids in Africa, you could see these kids crying, trying to run away. There's a man who was prodding a child with a stick.
Okay. So, are
So
we talking about the toys or are we talking about human beings right now?
the first video I saw was together.
Mm-hmm.
The video was it was cut and edit, so they put the two video together, and those were the videos they were showing to the China website, no, the China to the China internet,
Okay.
which we don't really have access to. Well, in UK we don't go to Chinese website.
Yeah, we don't.
So we don't have. I don't think we've got access to that. And again, in China, they've got firewalls that people can't really go into their website, and I think they can't come out because of the way the country is. They cannot go to other websites in other European countries or America, things like that, because of the VPN and because of the way they rule in China. So basically, because the doll in the first place was a little bit upsetting, but not upsetting enough, because I saw the dolls first, and then when I continued to watch the clip, then they showed little kids, and the little kids. One guy made a comment, "Oh, they're just like savages, like animals," and I was like, I was actually thinking, if they could video this about what they're doing to kids, and these kids are alive, I wonder what they could do to kids without videoing them. Have they killed these kids?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible they could kill these kids and they will not record those? Because the recording was really I'm sure if have a look at the video again when you have the time, just have a look again and see the whole video itself, and you really feel that.
Well, okay, sorry, like from the history,
Mm,
from when, from me when I came to this country,
mm-hmm.
I've really studied every other culture,
Yeah,
and I know that they don't like my people.
yeah,
You understand? And I have that mindset that okay, they don't like me, I'll stay in my place and avoid them.
yeah. Go ahead.
You
But
understand?
however,
I understand, but
Okay.
let me just finish.
Yeah.
I've already accepted it. Like, okay, this is how they feel about the people of color of my skin.
Mhm.
Whether it's Chinese, whether it's Indian people, whether it's white people, whether it's Jewish people,
Mm-hmm.
they have this thing about us that they don't like, and which I don't understand. I don't understand where that is stemming from. You understand?
We're living free in their head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was an incident that happened that I spoke to an Indian guy that I used to work with, and I said to him, he said, "Oh, black people are this, black people are robbers, black are they do this." So I asked him a question. I said, "Have you ever been robbed by a black guy?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "No." I said, "Have you ever been beaten up by a black guy?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay, so all these things that you're talking about, where did you get them from?" And
What did he say?
he made a statement that, "Oh, that's what they show." I
What
said,
is show? What does it mean?
in media,
Or media,
in
news, TV,
news and
yeah.
everything. And I was like, okay, since nothing has never happened to you through a black person, why do you have that judgmental on one black person without any reason why you hate them? No, it's because of what they show. I said to him, listen, I watch a lot of Indian movies when I was growing up in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I see action movies, I see romantic movies, but I don't ever judge Indian people and say they are bad people because of what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's the propaganda that they are pushing towards people about our own people,
Mm-hmm.
that's making these people look at us less. But our mission as a black person now is for us to now start showing that light in a good way to
Yeah.
people. I mean, I feel sorry for all the children that have been using that video as a puppet. Back in slavery days, that's what they used to do.
Yeah, do you remember there was a time they used to use babies as crocodile baits?
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's
They
not
used to-
heard, it
They
happened.
used to beat us. They used to pour hot water on us. They used to make us fight each other.
Yeah.
This is where this hate that they have towards us is coming from. You understand? Only that's a little sample of what you saw on the black web. What about if, like you said, when the camera is not recording, what are they
What have
doing?
they done? Yeah.
What are they chopping people? Like even in I heard that in them Arabic countries, they still treat black people as slaves.
Slaves, yeah. Oh, I saw a video the other day, not a video, like on the news, and they were talking about maybe this might not be correct, but sometimes when people say things, how do you say there's no there's no smoke without fire?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
smoke without fire.
yeah. They showed a lot of black people in a room, and they said they were being auctioned
Yeah.
in Libya.
Wow.
But I don't. That might not be true. However, you've heard things which has been going on in Libya to African migrants. So allegedly, they said that the Libyan people were selling African migrants as slaves.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I mean, it's I don't have any explanation of the reason why these things happen. Regarding to the toys, me, I don't mind a toy come out as a black, brown, white, or anything.
yeah,
The way they say they stretch it, there used to be a toy called Elastic Man back in the day.
yeah,
That's what they do, stretch.
yeah. I understand that.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when we see black toys like that, we shouldn't get offended because it's showing the color of our skin. You should accept yourself as your name, your culture. Because me, I'm Ade. I'm from Nigeria background. It's only in this country that they see me and they say, "Oh, you're black." And if you even look at my skin, it's not even black. It's
No,
brown.
It's not black. It's brown. Yeah.
You understand? So you're not gonna confuse me with your
thoughts.
your thoughts. You understand? That's one of the things that I always teach my children as well. Like, don't ever let anybody make you feel down. Even like when it comes to growing up with my son, I'm telling him that police, they don't like you. So if you get into a police situation, make sure if you haven't done any crime, talk to them politely. Say your name. You're not wanted. You understand? Tell the truth. Whatever it is that they want to see your ID. Don't need to fight them. But nowadays, we don't have fathers that are home to teach children to be able to say that to them, that when they get into altercation with the law like that, they should cooperate.
Yeah.
But some of them are like, "Oh, why are you stopping me because I'm black?" No, it's not because you're black. It's because you've
done something wrong. Yeah.
They see you done something wrong. You understand? So yeah, regarding the toys, I won't say too much about it. I feel people's pain about it, but me, I just say as a toy. If it's a human being, then I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, but you saying that you say as a toy, I understand that. But I think there are a couple of more videos which we might have a chance to watch later. Maybe next time we'll talk more about it. We just have a quick talk about it. However, these videos, the way they are... Okay, do you know what a gollywog is?
I've heard about that, but I don't know exactly.
Okay, gollywog was what they used in the 60s to show black people. So they'll get it's a black doll, which is made of wool, and they have big red leaves.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a racial thing.
Yeah,
and in those days, they used to call black people gollywogs. And those dolls, they've the ones in China, they've done them in a way that people paint them like gollywogs. They actually paint them big red lips, and then sometimes they paint them with the skin really black.
So what do you feel about? I feel like we're very beautiful creations that they want to paint our face.
No, I don't see. I understand where you're coming from. However, I don't see it that way because it's like the N word. It's being used now. Okay, the young generation use it without the hard R. They use it without the hard R, which they say they're claiming the word back. So it's similar to me. To me, it's similar to that because the gollywog has been something has been used as something to humiliate black people. Now, this is a new style from the Chinese people, which they use to humiliate people. And again, if we look at the feed from the Dolls, which is called Natasha Dolls, if you read the feed from the Chinese people, especially the racist comments, then they know what they're doing. They're making it a racial thing.
Of course.
Yeah. So when they're making a racial thing, okay, not everybody could be as strong as you to see it that way. For me, I find it upsetting. For you, you don't think it's anything.
Okay.
We're all different kind of people. To me, I find it upsetting. But for you, maybe because you might be a stronger person than, because things to do with racial comments, I can't tolerate it. It's something I can't
Of course,
take.
I see the racial comments.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you have a Chinese friend?
I do not.
It's a bit too cold.
No. Let me try. That's one thing I don't want to get into, because you might know my personal life, which I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't talk about that now.
Yeah.
Personal life, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't talk about that now.
Okay.
So that's why the question you asked me, I don't answer that, because you know the answer to that, but I won't talk about that now.
Okay.
So basically, I don't. And if the question leads to that, do I see all Chinese people as racist? No.
Okay.
If that's where you're going to,
All right.
yeah, I don't.
Another question.
Yeah.
The toy.
Yeah.
If it was white, would you have any problem with it?
I would not have a problem with it to the extent, because the way people will make comments about it, it won't be in a negative way.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I won't have a problem. Because basically they'll say it's as a toy. But then these people are making comments
Yeah.
to hurt a certain kind of race of people.
Yeah.
Then that's why. Because if that's a very good question, actually. If there's no comments about it, it's most unlikely I won't feel anything about it, because these dolls are made in a way that look ugly.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a white doll, it's most unlikely they're gonna make it look ugly. It's almost unlikely. They won't. They will just make it maybe like
Princess.
Mickey Mouse. They won't go princess. Maybe they'll just make it like Muff.
Okay.
Smurf, you know Smurf,
Yeah.
those blue Smurf,
Yeah.
which is adorable.
Okay.
But these dolls, they're made in a way which look kind of ugly. So when they make it ugly, then you see the comments on the feed, monkeys, apes, you know, those kind of things. And they're not human beings, and those kind of things. On the feed, that's what I saw.
So this is the thing for me. Now that you say that they make those toys ugly.
Yeah.
I don't see my people as ugly.
Yes, we're not ugly, but
We're the
Gollywood.
most beautiful planet.
Of course, our skin is beautiful.
Yeah.
We don't get sunburn and all this kind of thing. However, those people making those dolls, they've made them in a way to depict us. Is that the right word?
You know, I mean, I see where you're coming from on the racial side of things, but when it comes to toys and stuff like that, I will not look at it that way. To describe, like, even if I bring that toy to my children now, we can make a story out of it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You know, and the way that the comments are going on the
feed
on the feed is very depleting to us, because we have pictured that color in our brain that's us, but literally we're not looking like we are a divine human being on this planet, that the things that we do, we are great in sports, we're great in stuff that make us stronger. You understand? Even like intelligence wise, they are people building things. It's because we don't have the right power and tools. We could create toys that look like Chinese as well. But do you think they will find it offensive? The only way they find stuff offensive is when we start mimicking their voice. You understand? Because me, I grew up, the way I knew Chinese people is through Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan movies back in Nigeria. That's how I know. Even like, I didn't know there was Jamaicans until I came to this country.
That are Chinese.
No, that are black like us.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know there were Jamaicans. I knew there was stuff like Jamaican music, which is, what I just knew that Jamaicans had dreads back when I was growing up. That's how I knew. Chinese is like Jackie Chan. Indian people through Bollywood movies. That's how I know the cultures before I came here. But when I came to this country and I sat with every one of them and I see them and I see the way they look at us, I've already accepted it that, okay, that's their way. This is one thing about us as black. We're too nice. Because if we behave the way they behave towards us, we will live life better than anything else. But because we're too welcoming, we're too accepting.
Yeah, invite everybody to the cookout.
They don't accept us like that unless you got something to give them, unless they got something to gain from you. You understand? No white random family will come say, "Oh, Jerome from the street can come and have dinner with us today." I think we have to get to a stage in our life that we have to just accept that, you know what, this is how these people feel about us. How do you feel about yourself? You understand?
Yeah.
I can walk into any room, whether there's Indian, Chinese people, and I can speak my mind without worrying whether they're judging me or they're looking at me that I'm black. Because when they see stuff like that, it kind of challenge them.
Yeah.
When they see a black individual that can speak professionally, work in a professional manner, it kind of scares them. Like, okay, this guy is different. You understand? So we just have to be careful of how we let this, because it is really, when you see stuff like that, it really is depressing to our people over here. But if you go to Nigeria, everyone is black. You don't look at anyone.
You don't look at it, yes.
You don't look at anyone like, or the only way that they're better than you is if they're rich and you're poor.
I'm sorry, me, I don't
Yeah,
believe in that. No matter how rich you are, you're not better than me.
Yeah, but that's,
I don't feel
if you go to Africa, that's the different thing that we're struggling with.
Yeah.
Between the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
We're not struggling whether it's white or black.
Yeah, but for me to, one thing I love about myself is that I don't care how much money you have. I don't think you're better than me.
Exactly.
I don't care. Money thing.
You see the way you think about that money thing? It's the same way you have to think about this color thing.
I find that difficult, but yeah, right. That's one thing that I might have to kind of deal with.
You know, because I'm tired of hearing it every day. I've seen I will tell you, not 3 years into this country, I've learned my place. I've like, oh, so this is how they treat my people. In school, they put you to a lower class because you're not speaking good English. In workplace was the worst for me.
Yeah, but one thing they said about this English thing, speaking English doesn't. No, there's a phrase. English is not a sign of intelligence.
Okay, so if I speak Chinese, that's
it's not even a sign of intelligence. No, for a Chinese. Okay, now obviously, like you now, if I said African, English, British born, if you speak English, it doesn't make you intelligent.
No, it doesn't.
However, if you could then speak Chinese, that means you're intelligent enough to learn a different language. So that's a sign of intelligence. But speaking your mother language is not a sign of intelligence. It's just something nature, your family, upbringings, your surroundings that's given to you. However, now you live in London and you could speak Mandarin, Spanish, French. That's an intelligent person who could learn, So speaking.
So if you see a white man speaking in Yoruba,
to me, I think that might be a sign of because he learned it. He's capable of learning a different language. If you're capable of learning a different language, because your brain must be wired in a different way. Because like us now, our brains are wired in a different way. I'm not saying I'm super intelligent, but I could speak Yoruba, I could speak English. Some people, they can only speak one language and they'll speak one language for the rest of their life. I could speak two. So in a way, we're wired different because doesn't make me super intelligent. It just makes me that I've got some ability to learn something else, a different language.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my message is to people like allow yourself avoid that to depress you or make you feel any less of a person because they have a toy that they're stretching or they're making look ugly. We are not ugly. We're the most.
Yeah, I'm not saying we're ugly. We're beautiful people.
Yeah, we're the most
Because
beautiful people on the planet.
yeah,
It's just that we have to love ourselves the way other cultures love themselves. Like when you see other cultures, you see them with like even trying. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even trying to speak to other races, females, I find it very difficult because once they see me, they just judge me immediately. Like, oh, he's black. You understand? So it's like a forbidden fruit for their culture or something. You know. So which I don't blame. So every time I try myself right now, I try to avoid other race because I've tried so many times to try and be friendly and mingle, but I wasn't getting it through. It's just that I don't know, maybe I have an intimidating face or something, but I never get through. So I just stick to my people and just vibe with my people, you know.
yeah. But in a way, I understand you sticking or vibing, as you phrase it, with your people. However, we are in a situation in a different country, so we have to find a way of vibing with other people.
I do vibe
Yeah,
with
yeah,
through work.
yeah, through what?
Through
Well,
work.
socializing too.
Socializing,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
But yeah, that's the only thing about it. But we just have to be good to each other. If we carry ourselves as great as other race carries themselves, this color things. Do you think rich people are discussing about black or white?
Nigel Farage is.
Is he rich?
You know Nigel Farage?
Is he rich?
Yeah, he is. So, well, that's my thought about this Natasha Doll and my opinion about the world at the moment. However, as Ade said, maybe it's something I have to think about, how to not let certain things make me feel the way I feel. Because the first time I saw that video, it really did upset me for the whole day. I was thinking about it. That's why I said to Ade that maybe this will be a good topic to talk about.
Yeah, I agree that it's a good topic. I mean, when it comes to race and stuff like that, because me, I can speak the way I speak and without getting into any trouble with it because I like the way I say my mind. You understand? So regarding the dolls, I would say it's plastic. You understand? It's plastic. It's toy. Toys are supposed to be squish. It's just that because we see ourselves in that toy, that's why we're getting so obsessed about it. Because if we look at Barbie is pink.
Yeah, but Barbie is made beautiful.
It's still pink.
Yeah, but it's made. That's my point. It's made beautiful.
Yeah, they made it look so beautiful.
Yeah, but like the dolls, they made horrible.
Yeah, I know.
They were horrible looking things.
I know.
Yeah.
But they still play with it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the thing is that you see older people,
Yeah.
pulling it, people stamping on it, people holding them, punching,
Yeah.
and these are not kids. That's the thing. They're older people.
Well, that's their mindset. That's the way they feel about us. You understand? And I'm not promoting any hate to any other culture, but if we, like I said, if we grab ourselves as one, and we love each other, because even now, on social media, the way they destroying black male and black women, and it's no other race that's doing it. It's ourselves that we're doing it. So we have to work with our healing first of all. The healing of the past, of the race that our ancestors go through, they went through, the people that died. We have to heal our past and move forward, because if we don't, this Western world will make us, crush us spiritually.
Yeah, but it's easy to say that we should move forward. When we try to move forward,
Uh-huh.
they make it more difficult. Okay, look at. I think this is a topic that we should discuss another time. But look at certain places in America.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there are a lot of places. What we do is that we'll talk about this another time. There are towns which were built by Black Americans.
Uh-huh.
Towns.
Yeah.
I mean, there were over 100 of them, and they were all destroyed.
I know.
Yeah.
Is it,
There's Tulsa. There's all you hear about ones that they've just flooded it with water,
Yes. Yeah.
and basically, so underneath they say they cuff graves, houses underneath, and they've turned them into like a big dam, which people are, having their big sailboats on them. So it's just right underneath. Yeah, underneath is
Yeah.
places which people used to live in. That's in America,
Mm-hmm.
and there's quite a lot which when they read and see what they've done, and it makes it difficult. It actually makes it difficult for people to say that we should, get up, do work harder. Yes, we've got to work harder, but sometimes when you say things that makes it difficult for you to get what you want, it's kind of really, it makes it, difficult for people to do what they need to do to get to the position which you think we should all be. I'm not saying that we should not work. I'll work hard for what I want now. However, it's difficult. The system is difficult.
Okay.
Like you hear like in America, it's not as bad as that in UK. But there was a time which in UK they used to say no dogs, no Irish,
blacks.
and no blacks.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and in America, there's a system that they used to say that, and then they say you should do it. When Black Americans went to war for America, they came back, they treated them like shit. They really treated them really bad. They said that even though you fought for the country, you still can't live in a good area. You can't get loans.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, until now, it's difficult.
still the
Yeah.
same.
But the thing I can't seem to understand is that there are a lot of rich black people in America. They are powerful enough to set up banks, but they don't do that.
No, it's not because they don't want to do it. It's because the government,
system won't allow them.
Will take it away from them. You understand? And it's a shame. Would you? Okay, if I say stuff like "go back to our country," what would you say that?
I'm actually thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Off camera, I did tell you
Yeah.
that's something I'm thinking about. However, the problem is in our country, which have our leaders are not doing things for a country that's got everything. We've got all the resources. Nigeria should be like Dubai. I'm sorry.
So on that note,
Yeah.
we're gonna leave it there.
Yeah, I'll talk about that next time.
We'll talk about next time.
I'm sure you could say that, he's an emotional person. However, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. So there goes the first episode of Naija Mike. Yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully, leave your comments. Follow us on YouTube page. I'm your host, ADE. Co-host.
And I'm your host.
I'm
Dele.
co-host.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Take
Naija
care.
Mike. Take care.
Hi, Jenna. Goodbye.